great Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and seekers of justice all over the world. I greet you all. Here with you again is still Akpan Asokwo, aka the Living Chukwumerije, from the Biafran Radical Freedom TV, BRF TV. This is the same, or it is an extension of the 12 TV. But currently, 12 TV is serving a heavy suspension from the YouTube management. So in view of this, you are going to be hearing from us from this channel. So please, kindly share this video, subscribe to this channel, tell others about this channel, because I'm sure you will like it, unless you don't like this freedom cause, unless you are not a true follower and a supporter of our cause, or the cause of this movement, the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra. I am going to first of all thank the Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth, he who has made it possible, he who is and will always be, who has kept us, who has preserved us, who has given us life, who has strengthened us and made us to be in good health, he who supplied us with a unique leader when we never had one, when we were in lack of one. He brought a prophet to preside and administer over his people, to lead his people away from dungeon, to lead his people away from the land of captivity, the Zoological Republic. Mazin Nandekano Ku Hamadike, we bless your name, Almighty God. Thank you for all of this. And we also thank you for that which you are already doing, which is the liberation that is on the course. We thank you for bringing a man who also will sustain the movement for the time being, and who has also played roles that can only be played by a man who is called for a certain unique Herculean task. We thank you all who stood very strong in solidarity behind these people who have been moving the movement. We pray that God, in his infinite mercy, will continue to sustain this movement, keep our able leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in good health, and at the end bring him out in good health, that we will be with him and he will enjoy the fruits of his labor, of all the uncommon sacrifices he has paid for the well-being of the good people of Biafra. Therefore, I call on you, all sons and sundry, I call on you, all Biafran people, to stop every act of sabotage. Because when you are pushing a vehicle, ordinarily, in as much as there is force behind pushing it forward, nature already have it that the vehicle will move forward. But when you are pushing the vehicle and also putting a wedge with one of your legs in front of the wheels, the tires, that vehicle will have obstructions that will make movement almost impossible. So it is in view of this very assertion, in view of this parable, that we are calling on you to drop down your misgivings, to drop down your ego, to drop down your hates, to drop down your bitterness, so that we will move forward. We are the ones pushing for Biafra, calling for Biafra, moving for Biafra. We are the ones obstructing this movement. What am I trying to say? From what I understood from my conversations and interaction with some of our Biafran illustrious sons and daughters, in diaspora especially, and a few other ones from home, it boils down to a particular thing, which is there is fear amongst those people who will commit significant amount of resources in this cause, and we will see result quicker. There is a very big fear amongst them, and their fears are very much justified. Their fear is that they are ready, very ready to commit their resources, their time, their efforts, their contacts. Their contacts will give us a lot of media hype, international media relevance. But because of our activities within, because of the unending rifts, because of the war that we fight amongst ourselves, it has been very impossible for them to come in. There are also a handful of them who are also from the academia world, scholars. They also have what to do. Their inputs also would have added to what we're doing. But they are so afraid of our backbiting. They are so afraid of our self-confrontations, our swimming. They are so afraid of our witch huntings. They are so afraid of our wickedness and cruelties. A lot of them, I'm almost pushed to mention, but I will still hold myself. A lot of them, they are in possession of large amount of resources that makes them influential and affluential in the society. A lot of them, the information they have it will be rest assured within what human being can do, that Biafra will not remain under Nigeria in the next 8 months. They have what they can offer. Some of them, what they can offer will make the world shake. The attention of the world will come towards this cause. But because of our activities, because of our rifts, because of our ego, nobody wants to drop his pride. Nobody wants to step down. Nobody wants to, shift ground. Nobody wants to consider the side effect of his or her excesses. Because we are so leadership concerned. We front so much ego, so much pride, and a lot of negative threats that will not help our movement. It is time for a sober reflection. How has your activities all this while helped our struggle? I am not talking about those whom clearly have compromised and they find it difficult coming back to say, I am sorry, let's move forward. I'm not talking about those ones. I am talking about those ones who are seriously interested in our freedom. Genuinely, from the deepest part of their heart, they want us to be free. They want Biafran restoration. But their activities is still opposing this same movement. Therefore, if you find yourself in this category, that you are genuinely craving for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, that you are genuinely out for this restoration, you cannot say, okay, today I have repented, I am no more a sinner, and you still do those things that you were doing before you said you were a sinner. No. For you to say that there must be some traits that would signify renewal of the spirit in you. For you to be very successful in any spiritism activity, there are do's and do nots, and there are codes that you must unlock for you to succeed. You cannot do what everybody is doing and expect a unique result. It's not possible. There must be a little self-denial, restriction, pains that you will have to decide to accept for you to take a step into another dimension of life. What I am saying here is, there are a lot of people who have problem in this struggle with one of a comrade in the struggle. Could be from the DOS, could be from the autopilot. Because I have to sound like this, because I have always known that even in the DOS, there are a lot of genuine people who want this freedom. It is unfortunate that a lot of them who are the helm of the affairs of the DOS are compromised. And also, there are a lot of them who are not compromised also in the leadership, but they have no clue. So if you have compromised, it is left for you to decide if you will swallow the pride, the shame, ask for forgiveness, and see how we move forward. Because no matter what you do, the enemy will never embrace you. A time will come when he will smear your image, because he will want you to do what you wouldn't want to. You don't want to push further than that, where you are already pushed. You don't want to strain the system the more. You wouldn't want to do more than you have done, because you can't even contend. You at that level, you won't be able to. You know, like when you are engaged, when they tell you you bring some people for some ritual, when you are in something, you belong to somewhere, there is a particular sacrifice sometimes that you won't want to continue. You say, I can't continue, and at that point, you are hopeless, because Gabiru, you will be left in the middle of nowhere. So it is better when the ovation is still high, you come. That is why sometimes, even in the face of the Nzuzu, about this junkie guy in South Africa, there are places you see him do certain things that makes you a free-minded person. You can see the other day he denounced IPOB, and just a few days he came back. Because what Ifeanyi Oba promised him, he didn't know that Ifeanyi Oba is a politician. Because Ifeanyi Oba felt that MNK will put a model. Now, I don't think he can be instrumental at all, even in my political course, the coming election. So because I'm a guy who goes so, but there are still things he do. Sometimes you see him, he acts like a free-minded person who don't keep too much grudges. So now what we are saying is, a lot of people like him, people like the church card, if not that, he needs some rehabilitation. Otherwise, I think he's a good person. He needs rehabilitation. So necessarily before the person comes back again, I need a serious. It is seriously subjected to a very, very, thoroughly watched, rehabilitation. However, so, like I was saying, happy deviate. When we say we are brothers in this cause, and we don't understand the language of forgiveness and working in unison, I want the kamoto ndi na akwa moto na etinye stumbling stored or wage n'iru moto na akwa. Because when you see this one, hey, I am exposing this one today. I am exposing when we cannot shed our sword. There is no point, no place. Anywhere we are shedding our sword. No boundaries. We are fighting everybody that comes our way. It is a problem. It's a problem. Like I was saying, there are a lot of our people, because at least I know 3 from Akwa Ibom State here. And 3, I know 3. 2 of them are super rich. One of them is highly connected. Not within Nigeria, we don't need connection from it. We mean who have people who have international cognition. We have a lot of them in Alibo, Abia State alone. You have about 6 of them. I'm almost mentioning names, but I will stop. So I will stop at this point. And a lot of the other ones from other states of Nigeria, other states of Biafra. Sorry. We have them. But how do they come in? How do they commit their resources? And because they know you will sabotage, you will leak it. And they will be, their wealth will be confiscated. Their assets will be denied them. So because we are refusing to unite, we are refusing to work like a people, we are refusing to be in harmony, we are refusing to be brotherly, we are refusing to be organized and coordinated, we are refusing to have or accept a working leadership. What is there? Okay, yes, the deed has been done. How do we move on from here? Simon Ekpa is already relevant. Simon is already pushing. Okay, see how far he has gone. Okay, what? Simon Ekpa himself. Okay, the bottles have been, ago. But how do we come back again? Let's gather the pieces. Let's pick up our pieces. I am not advocating for anybody to reconcile with people who have compromised because from their actions, but we are talking about those who are still in the game. Anybody who said he, because your actions already have spoken, nobody, okay. Who is that person that is so blind now at this point? At this point, who is that person that is so blind now that is still doubting whether Simon Ekpa is working for Biafra or is working for Atiku or working for Tinubu or working for Nigerian government as a whole? Are you still confused? If you are still confused at this point, then there is an ancestral problem of confusion in your lineage. You are still confused at this point as of today. There is a foundational problem of confusion in your family. Before, I was telling the South African leadership, the Cape Town people, I was telling them, they are always trying to say, oh, it must be DOS, it must be DOS. DOS have a good people there, but they become accomplices when they can't speak up to the evil. It is just recently that a few, very handful of them are coming out to say no. No. The other day, it was Darlington who is speaking up. It was Darlington who was speaking up the other day. And you will see people who are supposed to be sound-minded people, they are constrained by one structure, command and control, that refuse to be useful, that refuse to serve the people for their creation. IPOB DOS was created to face the task, to carry out their responsibilities like freedom fighters, to carry out their discharge their responsibilities with bravery and the sincerity of purpose. Simon Ekpa never was even calling to become or to, he was doing his thing. He came up as a child of necessity. It was a product of the weakness and lapses. Somebody must necessarily fill the gap. Somebody must fill the gap. You said you were confused. I will accept that for the other months and the rest of the days of this struggle. But if you still say you are confused to this point, after the things that happened like last 2 weeks, where the chiefs, the security chiefs gathered at the National Assembly, and all of them are hammering, the Nigerian state stated clearly to the media of their efforts. The other day, last 2 months or thereabout, not we are talking about Engineer Baribe here, who we thought was once with us. He opened up to how he has given so much effort, committed his resources, personal wealth, not government money, alongside the Nigerian state to see how they extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. So if they did that, you should remember that now, all of them that all of them that they are saying they are doing everything to extradite Simon Ekpa, repatriate him. You should understand that because they know the way. It is only unfortunate that the state of Finland are being honest, because they are not a weak state. That is why they cannot succeed in Simon Ekpa's case. And you say you are still confused. Some people are busy cooking up very foolish and hollow stories that even you, as a man with your sight, you can see that these stories are already perforated, because they don't fly. Like currencies, they are perforated because they are already seen as counterfeit and as a fake document. They are already seen as fake as they are. That is why it's not working. They said first that Simon is working with Atiku. Later they said he's working with Tinubu. And finally they say he's working for Nigerian state. All of them who are holding this view. Not that they don't know the truth, but they believe it will never be revealed. Today it's revealed. They said that, the security chief said that it is Simon Ekpa who have always frustrated them. He has frustrated all their efforts towards machinating terror. The efforts of reducing our youth. They are unleashing of them in our land. They said it's Simon Ekpa who is the stumbling block. And they swore that they must bring him back unless their relations with a Finnish government will not remain the same. Finland will not continue to operate smoothly in Nigeria and keep protecting a man who has given them headache. You saw that. You heard that yourself. I am not ready to play any video here. Going forward, there will be limited videos I'll play. Go and search for information. It is all online. It's all online. So that is why here you need to subscribe to this channel. You must subscribe to this channel. If you are genuinely for this cause, you must subscribe to, because we will remain truthful to the last. If you hate us for saying the truth, we won't have any problem with that. But if you like us for saying the truth, you will be blessed. So, you must learn to adjust. You are taught to hate people. You are taught to talk down on people. You are taught to fight people. But have you asked yourself, after this their teaching, These people who are telling me that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, he is a criminal, he is a saboteur, he is planted by Nigerian government, he is this, Simon Ekpa is that, he has done this, what have they done? Are you actually fighting for this freedom? I'm asking you that you are listening to me now. Are you here to follow command and control, or to fight and follow the man who established the command and control and the structure itself? Did you not listen to messages from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Everything that you ever will face in this struggle today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu ever mentioned, he mentioned it on different occasions. Anything you will face, any challenge, any question that will be raised here concerning this struggle, Mazen Onyendu already mentioned it. He tweeted it up front. Do you know why he tweeted it? Because like the same way you have the Bible stories, he's a man on divine assignment. Even him doesn't know to the extent that he's having a divinity, he's carrying a divine force inside of him. That is why no matter how they will want to arrest or maltreat him, nothing will happen to him, but because he who called him to this cause. You remember when the three brothers were thrown into the lake of fire, yeah, and how they were dancing our lanterns inside the lake of fire. That is how that's why you still see him bold, strong, and stubborn, taking stubborn postures, telling you that Biafra is non-negotiable. Now, I want you now to ask those people who are telling you to hate somebody, that this person is a perima, he is this, he is a perima, he is that, he is sabotaging, he is a saboteur, he is sent by this, he is representing this interest, he is a Nigerian. How have they acted to show that they are pro-Biafrans? How have they acted differently to show they are fighting for Biafra? Did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu not tell you that if you have not been called a terrorist in this struggle, that you are not fighting for Biafra under IPOB? Did you not hear him say that clearly? That if you are not called a terrorist yet, you are not fighting for Biafra. That for you to fight, to say and lay a strong claim to fighting for Biafra, you must have had encounters. Because every serial freedom fighter understands that he will face tribulations. Not today you want to be politically correct in Nigerian political terrain and activities, and you are also fighting for Biafra. When your political engagement here in Nigerian politics fails you, you talk Biafra. When it pays you, you turn your back at Biafra. Biafra now remains only the means of you advancing your political interest. That's what a lot of you do. That is what you do. We cannot be afraid of Onyekebo. Who are you that we will not tell you to your face that you are not fighting for Biafra, and as much as you are not ready to take any bold step? When you want to fight for Biafra, we will know. When you start fighting for Biafra, we will know. Nobody sends you. Nobody send their own. Nobody send you. You must, I say you must do the right thing for you to be able to get the right result. And in time. So, Simon Ekpa, He is a criminal. He is a saboteur. But Biafran people who are seen with their own eyes, who are not told what to do by anybody, have seen that it pays better to go with the experiment. Oh, Nelson Mandela once said that if you are that man who will change your stance, who will change the way you see things because a particular person is involved at the moment, that you are not worthy of coming anywhere around the representation and leadership of a people. And this is what we are facing today in IPOB. People who say, hey, on non-government, they are terrorists, they were yesterday cheering on non-government up. Maybe today, on non-government seem to be having a close talk or relationship with Simon Ekpa. So it becomes a bad thing. That's how things are done. It becomes a thing to criticize and condemn at every given opportunity. You must, I said you must change your pattern, your approach. Moto gakata rwebo you change gear. I gakata moto rwebe potopoto itinye auxiliary. The journey has gotten tough. You must be a tough man to keep going. Don't forget to share our video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to tell your friend or your brother to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click on like the video. Like, just it doesn't cost you anything. Like, share, and drop your comment. Thank you. The Akpan Asoko, aka the Living Chukwumerije, once again coming your way again from Biafran Radical Freedom TV. Next time.